pleasant good evening and welcome to the 4th annual ECCU Bank of the Year Awards and the 14th Sir Arthur Lewis Memorial Book Award. I am Odell Badwill, your chair for the evening. This ceremony is being streamed live via the ECCB's Facebook and YouTube pages, and we extend a very warm welcome to you wherever you are joining us from this evening. I will now take the opportunity to welcome and acknowledge the presence of the ECCB board members, the officer in charge of the ECCB, D. Tracy Polius, management and staff of the ECCU commercial banks, representatives of ECCU media houses, judges of the 2022 ECCU Bank of the Year Awards, members of the audience joining us via ECCB's social media platforms, and management and staff of the ECCB. Good evening and welcome. We will commence our proceedings tonight with a prayer which will be offered by Darnell Morton.
Good evening all. Let us pray. Dear Lord, we take this opportunity to thank you for your endless blessings upon us, and we thank you for the strength and guidance you provide to us here as we try to serve the ECCU to our best of our abilities. We thank you and we ask that you continue to bless the nominees and the awardees in their efforts throughout the region, and we pray for your continued guidance and protection through us all. Thank you.
Thank you, Darnell, for this heartfelt invocation. This evening's awards begin with the Sir Arthur Lewis Memorial Book Award, which was instituted in 2009 in honor of the memory of the late Sir Arthur Lewis, Nobel laureate, and one of the pioneers of development economics. I now welcome the director of the ECCB's Banking and Monetary Operations Department to present this award.
Good night. On behalf of Governor Antoine, it gives me great pleasure to present the 14th Annual Sir Arthur Lewis Memorial Book Award to the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. The book award, which was introduced in 2009, is in honor of the memory of the late Sir Arthur Lewis, Nobel laureate and one of the pioneers of development economics. The collection of books presented to the college includes some of the most recent and widely sought publications in development, economics, politics, science, and literature. The books are therefore an invaluable addition to the college's library and will contribute significantly to the students' academic and personal development. I will now invite Ms. Sonita Daniel, Director, Library Services, to step forward to collect the award on behalf of the college.
Permit me this evening to adopt the protocol which has been so ably established. The Sir Arthur Lewis Memorial Book Award established in 2009 to honor the memory of our distinguished Caribbean scholar and legend, celebrates his intellectual legacy. I must commend the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank for paying homage to him with a book award, for books represent a conduit to greater knowledge, growth, and personal development. As the good book says, man shall not live by bread alone. While Sir Arthur Lewis was renowned for being a career economist and became a Nobel laureate in economics, making him the first Black person to be awarded a Nobel Prize in an academic discipline, it is incumbent of me to recognize that his scholarship extended beyond economics. His career was cross-disciplinary. Author Hamid A. Ghani, in his book, The W. Arthur Lewis Reader, delved into Sir Arthur Lewis's professional contributions to fields such as sociology, management, science, and political science. By taking such a holistic approach, not only did his school of thought in economics become more comprehensive, but it also went on to serve as a macro-developmental framework for society to operate on. As such, monographs included in this award align with Sir Arthur Lewis's scholarship and analytical contributions spanning titles in economics, sociology, science, history, vocational studies, and personal development, which will all surely add value to the academic experiences of our current and future students at the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College. It is therefore my distinct pleasure to not only represent my beloved CFPC family this evening at this auspicious occasion, but also to convey the utmost gratitude and appreciation of the CFPC fraternity from Dr. Moya Rotham, Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs, and the Board of Governors, the faculty, students, staff, and alumni for this donation. Books are the treasured inheritance of every generation. We look forward to a long and productive partnership with the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank in our quest to meet varying information needs of students, faculty, staff, and alumni to be the competitive education provider that we know we are destined to be. Once again, thank you for your donation. Your support means so much to the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College. Thank you.
Congratulations to the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College on being this year's recipient of the 14th Sir Arthur Lewis Memorial Book Award. As the saying goes, today a reader, tomorrow a leader. We now move on to the next segment of our program, the highly anticipated 2022 ECCU Bank of the Year Awards. It is with great pleasure I welcome to the podium the officer in charge, Tracy Polius.
executives of commercial banks, staff, directors, management and staff of the central bank, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I bring greetings from Mr. Timothy N.J. Antwine, Governor of the ECCB, who due to work exigencies abroad is unable to be here this evening. Deputy Governor Dr. Valda Henry is also unable to join us this year. Notwithstanding their absence, they remain committed to this process and express best wishes for a successful event. During the last 3 years within the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, banks contended with several challenging circumstances, including cybersecurity risk, maximizing operational efficiencies in turbulent economic times, managing transitions, and managing virtual customer service experiences. Credit risk was also impacted as persons suffered job loss and income loss consequent to the adverse economic environment ushered in by the COVID-19 pandemic. The ECCB responded to some of the challenges faced by banks by supporting the loan moratoria program for banks, where banks offered temporary stay on loan payments to customers. The loan moratoria program started in April 2020 and ended in March 2022. At its peak, in September 2020, the total value of loans under moratoria was approximately $5.2 billion, representing 39.6% of total loans, or 24,898 loans. Commercial banks must be applauded for the excellent handling of this initiative and the manner in which they supported the economy and the customers. Globally, the banking and wider financial sector is one of the most targeted sectors for financial crimes executed by hackers and fraudsters. Banks, therefore, have to balance providing easy and friendly online experiences to customers and enhance security measures aimed at protecting customers and managing cybersecurity risk. This is by no means an easy balancing task. The pandemic forced the banking system globally, and indeed within the ECCU, to place greater priority on both the rolling out of technology and on augmenting cybersecurity. Customers are now more accustomed to these technological innovations in banking, and they are now standard expectations in the post-pandemic period. Against this backdrop, the Financial Sector Supervision Department within the ECCB developed the Standard on Technology. This standard, as many of you know, was issued on December 2nd, 2022, and aims to support banks in the effective deployment of technology while mitigating risks such as operational and cybersecurity. This standard becomes effective on January 3rd, 2023. Despite the challenges faced by our banks in the last few years, they have continued to push boundaries in areas such as leveraging technology to enhance customer service, corporate social responsibility, and commitment to financial education. The ECCU Bank of the Year Award is an initiative that recognizes these efforts of our commercial bank in those areas. The Bank of the Year Awards replaced the Best Corporate Citizens Award among ECCU commercial banks, which the ECCB presented from 1997 to 2017. The ECCU Bank of the Year Awards, which began in 2019, recognizes the commercial banks which have made outstanding contributions to the overall development of the people of the region through everyday business practices. This year, the awards are presented to the banks that are judged to have demonstrated excellence to the highest level in 5 categories: corporate social responsibility, customer service, financial inclusion and empowerment, support to micro, small, and medium enterprises, and technological innovation. The entries this year were limited in number. The deficiency in quantity was, however, more than compensated by the quality of submissions. Going forward, we would like to see the quality of submissions maintained while increasing the number of submissions. We recognize that the preparation of the entries may be a bit time-consuming. However, we encourage commercial banks to participate and showcase their achievements in the various entry categories. Finally, on behalf of the executive, management, and staff of the ECCB, I take this opportunity to wish all present, along with their families, a safe and enjoyable Christmas season and a healthy and productive 2023. Thank you.
Thank you to our officer in charge for those enlightening remarks. And as she stated, this year, the engagement and participation as it relates to the quality of submissions from our commercial banks have been commendable. We received a number of submissions from banks keen on highlighting the excellent work they have done throughout the year. We look forward to continued and even increased engagement and participation in the years to come. Allow me to welcome to the podium Head Judge of the 2022 ECCU Bank of the Year Awards, Kichuya Charles.
ECCB board members, officer in charge of the ECCB D. Tracy Polius, management and staff of ECCU commercial banks, representatives of ECCU media houses, fellow judges of the 2022 ECCU Bank of the Year Awards, members of the audience joining us via ECCB's social media platforms, management and staff of the ECCB, good evening. It is with distinct pleasure and gratitude that I stand here again 1 year later at this prestigious ceremony before so many of our distinguished bankers and financial experts. And I say with gratitude because the truth is each of you have allowed us here at the ECCB the pleasure to share in this experience with you. The ECCB continues to look forward to this award exercise as we very much value the many contributions by the commercial banks within the ECCU. It is truly heartwarming to witness that banks do not just see their role as financial services providers, but as providers of a better way of living for the communities they serve, whether it be through the creation of employment, enablers of sports and culture, offering assistance to the needy, or just maintenance of a safe and healthy environment. You are important to us here at the ECCB. On the backdrop of many restrictions and fallouts from the COVID-19 pandemic, we wish to commend all of the participants for taking time to prepare submission statements, for encouraging their members to vote online, and for taking time from their busy schedules to attend our interview sessions. The interviewees were elated and presented a sense of pride in their responses. I recalled one representative turning up in his bow tie to wow us. No doubt, the additional information given during the interviews would not have otherwise been captured in the submission statements and were very useful in assisting us with our decisions. Executive Committee, please permit me to speak on your behalf to say that I believe you all get very excited just waiting for this event in our calendar as we continue to see the alignment with the bank's vision for the ECCU's financial system permeated through the practices of commercial banks. We continue to enjoy these partnerships and congratulate you on a very successful and productive year. The competition was of very high standard and tightly contested, which supports the high quality of the ECCU commercial banking sector. Last year, we thought the competition was fierce and hard to judge, but this year, what should I say? This year was harder. 8 commercial banks made submissions in 5 categories, and 5 banks made it to the final stage of the competition. To emerge a winner, banks needed to demonstrate excellence in one or more of the following areas: development of new products and services to enhance the customer experience, initiatives which exhibit company values through positive influence on surrounding communities, programs geared towards supporting micro, small, and medium enterprises operating within the ECCU, employment of new technology to continuously improve their operations, and highlighting company values through financial empowerment and community programs. Use of mobile digital banking as an alternative to cash continues to be on the rise through smart ATMs, tap and pay, and in some cases having a full suite of services being offered online. There were evidence of banks embracing and integrating the central bank's Dcash initiative. Notwithstanding these digital and electronic services, which limits the need for face-to-face banking, the banks continue to prioritize service excellence through requisite training and awareness. This posits that customers are key, being mindful that all customers should be treated with respect and best standards, both internally and externally. Even as we continue to pride ourselves in the ECCU with our Financial Information Month activities and the celebration, banks take other measures to ensure that financial education remains a focus. We noted how our banks ensured that they contributed to the safety and health of the ECCU through their various environmental and beach cleanups. What was inspiring was the level of staff participation in community activities, which shows that it's just not about giving a check or a plaque, but also getting your hands dirty, your hands and your feet dirty, in essence, doing that would sometimes be important. Here at the ECCB, the development and growth of the small, micro, and medium enterprises, the MSMEs, is high on our agenda. Hence, the awards introduced the new category of support to small, micro, and medium enterprises. You see, we have proven that MSMEs make invaluable contributions to economic growth, job creation, and the provision of public goods and services. The winner in this category must be commended for in assisting these organizations through lending. The Bible says, in everything give thanks, and I also believe that teamwork makes the dream work. So I cannot end this evening without thanking my fellow esteemed judges, Ms. Acklin Blaze, Mrs. Naveen Harvey, Miss Cozell Fraser, and Mr. Darnell Morton for sharing this tremendous journey with me and for their hard and honest work over the period of evaluation. Please help me to applaud them as I ask them to stand if present here this evening. Cozell is our country manager in St. Vincent's and the Grenadines. Finally, let me use this opportunity to wish all of you a Merry Christmas and a happy and healthy 2023. Congratulations to all.
Thank you, Kichuvia. We will now welcome to the virtual podium Carol Ford Harrigan, Country Manager of the ECCB's Agency Office in Antigua and Barbuda, for the presentation of certificates of participation and awards.
A pleasant good evening. The ECCU Bank of the Year Awards recognize the commercial banks which have made outstanding contributions to the overall development of the people they serve through everyday business practices. This year, the awards are presented to the banks that are judged to have demonstrated excellence to the highest level in 5 categories. 1, corporate social responsibility. 2, customer service. 3, financial education and empowerment. 4, support to micro, small, and medium enterprises. And 5, technological innovation. The ECCB commends each bank participating in this year's ECCU Bank of the Year Awards for their efforts in each category. The judging process included an electronic submission, online voting, and an interview component with a panel of 5 judges. We heartily applaud the 8 commercial banks that submitted entries in the various categories and congratulate the banks that were shortlisted for the interview stage in these categories. Before we proceed with the nominees for the awards, we invite the participating banks to receive their certificates of participation. From Antigua and Barbuda, we have the Caribbean Union Bank. Also from Antigua and Barbuda, CIBC First Caribbean International Bank, Barbados Limited. Thank you. From Grenada, the Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited. From St. Christopher and Nevis, the Bank of Nevis Limited. From St. Lucia, Bank of St. Lucia Limited. Again, from St. Lucia, Republic Bank EC Limited. And from the Commonwealth of Dominica, National Bank of Dominica Limited. After much deliberation, the judges came to their final conclusions on the 5 categories based on the submissions. Corporate social responsibility. The recipient of the 2022 ECCU Bank of the Year Award for Corporate Social Responsibility demonstrates how it exhibits company values through positive influence on surrounding communities through environmental, youth, women, and senior citizen programs and/or sponsorships. The shortlisted nominees for this category are the Bank of Nevis Limited, Bank of St. Lucia, CIBC First Caribbean International Bank, Barbados Limited, Antigua and Barbuda, Grenada Cooperative Bank, and the National Bank of Dominica Limited. In 3rd place, the Bank of Nevis Limited. In second place, the Bank of St. Lucia. The 2022 ECCU Bank of the Year for Corporate Social Responsibility is National Bank of Dominica Limited. Customer service. The recipient of the 2022 ECCU Bank of the Year Award for Customer Service demonstrates the delivery of highly personalized commercial and retail banking products and services. It supports and promotes client relationships and gives commendable priority to staff development. The shortlisted nominees for this category are CIBC First Caribbean International Bank, Barbados Limited, Antigua and Barbuda. Grenada Cooperative Bank, and National Bank of Dominica Limited. In third place, Grenada Cooperative Bank. In second place, CIBC First Caribbean International Bank, Barbados Limited, Antigua and Barbuda. And the 2022 ECCU Bank of the Year for Customer Service is the National Bank of Dominica Limited. Financial education and empowerment. To demonstrate its commitment to promoting financial education and empowerment, the recipient of the 2022 ECCU Bank of the Year Award for Financial Education and Empowerment gears its efforts towards enriching its customers' understanding of financial services and entrepreneurship and general savings and investment issues. The shortlisted nominees for this category are Bank of St. Lucia, Grenada Cooperative Bank, and National Bank of Dominica Limited. In third place, Grenada Cooperative Bank. In second place, Bank of St. Lucia. And the 2022 ECCU Bank of the Year for Financial Education and Empowerment is National Bank of Dominica Limited. Technological innovation. The recipient of the 2022 ECCU Bank of the Year Award for Technological Innovation demonstrates novel delivery of initiatives or policies that enhance the bank's products and services by providing innovative technological solutions for market needs. It uses digital channels to enhance customer experience and seeks to heighten its efficiency in the use of technology. The shortlisted nominees for this category are Bank of St. Lucia, Grenada Cooperative Bank, CIBC First Caribbean International Bank, Barbados Limited, Antigua and Barbuda, and National Bank of Dominica Limited. In third place, CIBC First Caribbean International Bank, Barbados Limited, Antigua and Barbuda. In second place, Bank of St. Lucia. And the 2022 ECCU Bank of the Year for Technological Innovation is National Bank of Dominica Limited. to micro, small, and medium enterprises. A single entry was received in this category from the National Bank of Dominica Limited. Through its submission, the National Bank of Dominica demonstrates commendable efforts in assisting MSMEs through lending and other support, affording them the opportunity to continue the invaluable contributions they make to economic growth, job creation, and provision of public goods and services. The 2022 ECCU Bank of the Year Award for support to micro, small, and medium enterprises goes to the National Bank of Dominica Limited.
Thank you, Karel, and congratulations to NBD, the National Bank of Dominica. We will now invite a representative of the National Bank of Dominica to provide brief acceptance remarks. You may go ahead. If you could hear me, you could unmute your mics and go ahead.
Exactly. Okay. Good evening to all. Special good evening to the officials of the ECCB, and also all the participating banks, the representatives of the participating banks who are present this evening. Of course, we are so elated that we have emerged winner of not one, but several categories. So on behalf of the Board of Directors, management, and staff of NBD, I thank you for this wonderful, these wonderful awards. We are tremendously grateful to the ECCB for recognizing NBD and the work that we do. In this way, we are honored to receive these awards, and we share this honor with our dedicated team who are working continuously to fulfill our purpose, to help individuals, organizations, and communities succeed. So we express our sincere thanks to our team at NBD. We're also very grateful to our many stakeholders. Not least of them are our customers, who challenge us to be the best version of ourselves every day, and our very important partners in the financial industry. As a leading bank in Dominica, we are integral in the economic and social development of our country. Therefore, our role is more than just meeting the financial needs of our customers. We have a responsibility to support the vital SME sector and are in the process of establishing a special unit to support the sector. We are also cognizant that we need to play a leading role in transforming the financial landscape through digitalization and innovation. And as part of our strategy, we're embarking on a number of new initiatives that will create a better and different experience for our customers. We also recognize the importance of financial education in our society. It is often said that how people manage their money is more important than how much money they have. So we have a responsibility to help our residents to make wise financial decisions to secure their financial futures. In addition to our normal financial education topics that we do every year, and with the recent trends in cybersecurity, this year, this was a very critical topic for us. And so it is an area that we have highlighted in our financial education program. And of course, NBD has had a long history of investing in communities. We strongly believe that the health and vitality of our communities will determine our own success as a financial institution. And so we're dedicated to supporting sustainable economic and social development in our communities. Overall, we are committed as a bank, a leading financial institution in our country, to build strong communities, a strong society, a strong economic, to have economic development, so that for the betterment of our customers, our stakeholders, our shareholders, and our partners, including the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica. Again, we thank the ECCB for recognizing NBD's efforts towards the development of the SME sector, our technological innovation, our efforts towards excellent customer service, our financial education and empowerment program, and also our corporate social responsibility program. Thank you very much.
Congratulate the awardee of the coveted 2022 ECCU Bank of the Year Awards. Thank you, NBD, for your stellar performance and achievements in 2022. We salute you. We also recognize the other banks and express our thanks for your participation in the 2022 ECCU Bank of the Year Awards. I would like to commend and thank my colleagues at the ECCB for their efforts and dedication in ensuring the successful execution of tonight's proceedings, in particular, the Corporate Relations Department and the Management Information Systems Department. To our panel of esteemed judges, we express our sincere gratitude for your diligence throughout this process. Thank you to our governor and the executive management team for your purposeful leadership of this institution and for your continued support. A special thank you to all our attendees this evening, whether virtual or in person, and to the people of the ECCU at large. We express our heartfelt thanks to you for affording us the opportunity to serve you. We wish everyone a blessed and peaceful Christmas season and a happy and prosperous New Year. Good night.
So we have to take photos. So thank you. To capture this.
Yes, yes.
We have to find a way to capture this.
Yes, we have to do our own thing now.